All right. Anyway. All right. Next one. So the next subject is gonna be Long Kid versus Big Mom. All right. So I didn't want to go into too much because I feel like I went too deeply into thinking like I don't know what it is that makes this so special when it kind of was underwhelming to me in a way. So how did you both feel when you saw Big Mom get up after the attack she received from both Law and Kid's awakenings?
I was hyped because one, we all knew Big Mom was alright. Like the fodder, because they don't see Hawk's strength displays all the time. Even though they basically live with Kaido, so they should expect a Yonko should have been good from this. But whatever. They're like, oh, Big Mom's dead, and I'm like, LOL. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I saw Whole Cake, right? None of this kid.
Yeah, word.
So it was cool to see her get up. I don't know if she just flexed and negated Kid's like magnetic abilities because she doesn't seem like she's a magnet anymore. But I really, really like that we brought back her like stealing souls because like she don't be doing it enough, man.
Yeah, she don't.
she don't. Like it's the Hawks' thing, and I get that you can only do it versus people who are scared of you, and these people were scared of her. But like, I love the soul techniques that she has. Yeah, the callback to the Oshiruko, which was stupid. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. That's like a black stain on the series for me, but whatever. I did really like that she utilized her Dofu in a way we'd never seen before, which was taking a piece of her own soul and a year's worth of her own lifespan and making herself like bigger. It reminded me of Moria when he did Shadow Asgard.
Yo, that was my next question.
Yo, it was like I was like, yo, but she didn't just make herself bigger. It looks like Napoleon's bigger. It looks like Hera's bigger. It looks like Prometheus is bigger. She like put life into some of those steel beams. Like Big Mom went full like second stage boss on them. Like you know, you fight the boss and like it's a final battle, and like you get to that little marker on their health bar, and then like they rage out, and then they get bigger and stronger, and now they're harder to beat.
You gotta find a new way to
attack and hurt them. Like she got flame coming out her eyes. She did mention that this is the first time she had gotten hurt like that in a while, which I guess that makes sense. They didn't seem like they were facing much like turmoil on Whole Cake Island consistently, but I really like when Big Mom's in this menacing mode, like, and not in some I'm trying to chase after cake. She's like, nah, I'm gonna fuck these kids up. Yeah, you know what I mean. I really like that. I do, and the tension is getting there with Law and Kid because they're like, yo, like we're already using the best stuff that we have, and she's just getting stronger.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do we do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that. So I'm interested in that.
What about you, Law?
Like agree with Sebastian. Like, there's no way I thought Big Mom was gonna be down for the count for this. And like whoever thought they were, you was tripping. And the people in the show, I was like, really? Like, I think you can't forget who y'all looking at right now. This is Big Mom of the
Listen,
Yonko.
Man, like, the story's been written pretty badly regarding them. So
listen, the tanking ability is always gonna be there.
They're gonna think this, bro.
But honestly, I feel like sometimes they like Sebastian was saying, they don't really understand the strength of the Yonko. Because remember, going back even before this, back at Dressrosa, the King's Punch, they even thought that was a possibly, not defeating Yonko, but like dropping one. And I'm like, no. Yeah. Like, I don't care how strong it was. We see it's like clearing out everything. And I was like, that's still not going to drop a
You
Yonko.
know what?
You know what I'm saying?
It might have.
Nah.
Put it this way. Luffy technically dropped Kaido in their first encounter. He dropped him. Yeah. Kaido ate it. He didn't get affected by it, but he did hit the ground.
Don't use that context because the context they were saying it for that King's Punch was like, yo, you're going to make them drop to their knee.
Like, oh, you hurt me.
Nah,
like,
that's not happening.
That actually hurt without Rio. Come on, Sebastian.
They don't know. That's why they said that.
Listen, man. It's all right.
So pretty much, so seeing her getting up, I was just like, of course. And I don't know how she tossed that one beam underneath all the other beams. Like, I don't even get how
the physics
how you did that. It was just like, huh. And then they're all just looking at it, and you're still buried underneath all that. And now she just like stands up, and all this falls off her.
Yeah.
So pretty much, it's like, so for me, I was like, of course, this is Big Mom out here. One thing I'm not gonna like kind of bothered me. Maybe it's because I don't know.
You were actually bothered by something?
Well, I mean, I'm always bothered by something, but it's like usually I accept.
Lawrence's name is actually short for Larry. No, it's the other way around. He just became Larry. Tell me what's bothering you, bro.
Only because like you already know how high of strength I hold Yonko, right? Like when Luffy got one shotted, I was like, of course. Like I called this.
Yeah.
You know? Taking a year off your life dealing with kid in law, I was just like,
Tell him, Lawrence. Tell him. Listen.
I don't think
I was gonna bring it up.
I was like,
gonna bring it up.
It's not necessary for you to do this. Like,
Yo.
you know?
Oh
like,
my
I didn't understand
gosh.
it. I was like, because also, too, yes, she got hurt a little bit, but also, yes, she said it wasn't in a while, but of course, you don't get hurt a lot. How much it took for them just to get her, for the bomb to explode, just drop on her knees in that little bit, showing how hard it is just to get you even vulnerable, Big Mom.
Yeah.
You get a little hurt, yeah, it's probably been a while, but obviously you could handle. This is nothing to you, you know?
Yeah.
And you taking a year off your life, like, I'm like...
How can you say it was nothing? She was bleeding. She literally said, I haven't been hurt this much in X amount of time.
Yeah, but that's because it shows how strong she is.
You can't say it was nothing. You can't say it was nothing. And again, there was a moment in the chapter previous where Big Mom was no longer in control of her body. That is a very, 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 very rare instance for her. So that kind of stuff happening, it's like, nah. I got it. It's wild to do. She already up there in age. I wouldn't be doing that kind of shit. But the other thing, she manipulates souls. Like, she can probably add years to her life anyway. I didn't have a problem with it personally.
It's the display of strength that's already been shown.
Yeah.
That Lawrence is having, and he's finding an inconsistency, which is something I do, which I agree with you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I already saw, like, when I saw Kids Awakening and I saw what it could do, I said to myself, that is not going to hurt her at all. Like, I've seen her take giant swords from a giant in one hand when she was 5. And now she's a grown adult that knows hockey and all these other things. That's not going to hurt her. It may slow her down. It may impel her. Cool. But is it going to pierce her? No. She's not going to feel anything. What really hurt her was Law's attack. 100%.
Yeah.
That's cool. I was like, yeah, Law hurt her. He stabbed her through the throat.
That should have hurt her. Yeah.
That should have hurt her. No, I would say, like, that was the only thing that could hurt her. But when it showed how Law's ability kind of did a lot of damage, I was like, I don't like this. I was like, I like Law's, but I don't like Kid's, because Kid kind of, I mean, if you're strong enough, you could just repel it. Like you said, when she got up in that one beam, it was probably because she flexed hockey or something. Now, when she showed that she used her soul in order to power herself up, I would have liked Oda to show that she needed to heal herself from Law's attack, because Law's attack was making her bleed internally. That would have made more sense to me than what is being shown right now. Now, I get it. Maybe my reading comprehension isn't up there. But from what I see, it's like, no, this is what it looks like. It looks like she took damage. A lot of it came from Kid, and she needed to use the soul.
You mean Law?
No, from Kid. Like, Law's ability was just showing she stabbed her, right? But the overall effect of this chapter was she was coming out of these steel beams. And, like, she was repelling these steel beams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, Law's ability did something, but didn't do enough. But what I'm trying to say is, to your point, she should have only got hurt by Law's ability and been okay. Not been okay, but if she needed to use her soul, it should have been to heal herself.
Okay.
Instead of saying, I'm hurt overall and haven't been for a long time.
What you're saying is the ability that she used was to counter
Law's
what
attack.
It should have been to do that. Instead of how it was played out, that it was used to counter what Kid did. The thing is, she's doing it because both of the attacks happened. If Kid had just did this, she probably doesn't do this. If Law had just did what he did, she probably doesn't do that.
Maybe you're right.
She did it because she went, yo, for a second there, I couldn't control my body. And this dude can teleport stuff into me and attack me from inside. Yeah. I was incapable of defending myself. I'm Big Mom. Yeah. That cannot happen. You know what I'm saying? So now she's in a mode, I mean, I could be wrong, where that stuff isn't possible anymore. That kind of manipulating my body, no, that's not happening. We're not doing that. And I didn't have, like, the thing is, I know most devil fruits don't have these, like, taxing situations that make you lose strength or life or whatever. But, like, Luffy's does. Yeah. Like, his gears make him weak. Like, it causes strain on his body to the point where he's probably going to die because he's been using it so much. Right? Why can't big moms have something like that?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Do you think what she just did was her awakening?
No.
It could be a move in conjunction with it, because I don't think awakenings are so cut and dry anymore. Where it's like, oh, I can do this thing now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Big Mom has such a weird devil fruit. Like it could be an awakened technique, but it's probably not her full awakening. Like she can probably do something entirely crazier than it is.
Yeah.
Like I think she can probably come back to life, like Brooke did.
Honestly,
Only a no could do it.
I've been
Dopamine
like thinking about it, like because I was thinking about it too. Like I was trying to make it make sense in my head. And this is why I usually accept a lot of things that Oda does, because I try to make it sense. Is because he wrote it for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I don't give him that.
So like think about like, for example, like so like Law's ability obviously affect her on the inside, right? And we all know like that could have made her vulnerable to take more damage from Kid, because Kid said, "Back me up, support me," right?
Mm-hmm.
So just like how the same way where they tried doing it previously on Whole Cake, making her vulnerable. That's what Law did. He made her vulnerable from the inside, which if you're vulnerable on the inside, it would make you vulnerable on the outside, right? So it distracted her. Then, like Spencer said, it made her an ability to defend herself.
Yeah.
So right here, she lost control of her body. So now you're getting hit with a bunch of, which really, of course, in real life that would kill somebody. Just one of them would kill somebody in that land, because those are steel beams. But initially, it would give heavy damage to a lot of people. This one, you're not in a position to hockey anything, right? Like even the bomb that was coming towards her and on Whole Cake, she was able to blow it up with her disposition, her conquerors. She wasn't able to do that here, right? So now you're not only, you just took an attack that hurt you from the inside, that makes you vulnerable from the outside. You're left vulnerable by you can't even block any vitals. So you're getting hit with a bunch of stuff from all over the place. So that means your vitals are kind of open, your eyes, your throat, everything. You're getting hit with all that. And also, too, it's not like a normal hit. It's not like I just threw something at you. It's also you were magnet, So I was thinking about how magnets work. For example, how they hit how they kind of like stick to you. Like they have to touch, right? So that force is actually an extra force in itself to hit Big Mom. It's not like again, like taking something strong and throwing it at you. It's an extra force that's gonna trying to penetrate deep inside you.
I feel like
That's got me thinking. Do you think that he changed the makeup of her physical properties then?
no, he
Like
just,
when he did that?
No, he just magnetized her. He
But
probably created a field around her.
Like yeah, that makes sense.
What that's so easily counterable. Because if Big Mom
Especially
was
in One Piece.
if Big Mom was like, oh, all these beams are sticking to me, okay, I'm just gonna run after you now. Now I have armor.
But this is what I meant. She wasn't in control of her body anymore for a second there.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like she's
we'll
just
have to
not beat
see.
for that.
Because the reason I'm bringing up, the reason I was thinking about, one, I'm still a little, I don't know how I feel about the one life thing, but could we also be underestimating the progress or strength of Kid and Law?
No.
Y'all are for sure.
So